Do people still remember the feeling of receiving their very first paycheck? A few days ago, my younger cousin called to show off, and his voice was trembling with excitement. He said, "Brother, the first time I held money that I earned by myself, it felt so strange." He told me it wasn't much, just enough to treat the whole family to a proper meal and buy a small gift for his mother. But the way he talked about it, I knew he wasn't just talking about money. Listening to his story made me feel nostalgic and remember my own past. More than 10 years ago, I was also a fresh graduate, stepping into the working world with little experience. My first paycheck, which I still remember clearly, was 3 million dong. Compared to today, it was nothing special, but at that time, it was a small fortune. I held that stack of money, still smelling of fresh paper, and walked back and forth countless times. The floating, indescribable feeling wasn't because the amount was large, but because it was proof of my own efforts. It was the answer to months of hard work in lecture halls, to sleepless nights doing graduation projects, and to all the worries about the future. I remember that day. I rode my motorbike around the city without any particular destination, just to feel the joy growing inside my chest. Then I stopped by a restaurant my mother liked and ordered the best dishes that our family would normally hesitate to choose. I also bought my father a new shirt. I didn't tell my parents that it was my first salary. I just quietly did it. Seeing their smiles, I felt all the hardships melt away. At that moment, I realized something. The value of money doesn't only lie in what it can buy, but also in the joy it can bring to the people we love. The first paycheck feels like a milestone of maturity. It is not only financial independence, but also independence in life. From that moment on, I knew I had to be responsible for myself, for my family, and for my own decisions. I could no longer carefree ask my parents for money. Every amount I spent had to be worthy of the sweat and effort I had put in. I started learning how to manage my expenses. For the first time in my life, I had a small notebook to record every income and expense. Rent, food, fuel, social gatherings with friends, everything was planned. It may sound complicated, but those small things taught me my first basic lessons in personal finance. I understood that earning money is hard, but keeping it and making it grow is even harder. The first paycheck also opened a new door in how I viewed the world. I understood more deeply the value of labor. A bowl of pho was no longer just 40,000 dong. It was nearly an hour of my work. A book was no longer just 100,000 dong. It was 2 hours of me working diligently at the computer. Only when I earned money myself did I learn to respect other people's efforts and appreciate what I already had. I know that everyone has a different story about their first paycheck. Some people use it to pay off a debt, some buy something they have long dreamed of, and some send it all home to their family. No matter what you did with it, I believe the shared feeling is pride. Pride in being able to stand on your own feet, and pride in starting to build your future with your own hands and mind. My journey from that day until now has had many ups and downs. There were times when work went smoothly and income increased. There were also difficult times when I had to tighten my belt. But whenever I look back, the feeling of receiving my first paycheck remains intact. It is a source of motivation, reminding me that as long as I keep trying, every effort will eventually be rewarded. I believe that the first paycheck is not just an amount of money. It is a lesson, a memory, and a starting point. It teaches us about responsibility, appreciation, and our own self-worth. It proves that we are grown enough to take care of ourselves and begin to shoulder greater responsibilities in life. If you are about to receive your first paycheck, enjoy that feeling to the fullest. Do something meaningful for yourself or for your family. It doesn't have to be something grand. A warm family meal, a small gift, or simply the satisfaction of looking at the results of your own labor. That will be a beautiful memory you will never forget. And for those who have been working for many years, take some time now and then to remember that day. Remember the awkward yet enthusiastic feeling of youth. Remember why we started in the first place. Those memories will give us the strength to keep moving forward on our path. Because no matter how much money you earn later in life, the feeling of your first paycheck will always be unique. Thank you all for listening to my sharing. If you have a story about your first paycheck, don't hesitate to share it in the comments below. I would really love to read and listen to your stories. Don't forget to like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel so we can meet again in the next videos. Goodbye and see you again.